And here we are with a brand new comparison video between Persona 5 The Phantom X and Persona 5 Royal. Here with me today is Mary Stowe. How you doing, Mary?
I am good, and I am ready to talk about Persona.
Me too. It's a beloved franchise by me and you. We tend to talk about it a bunch on our podcast, Spot Dodge. If you haven't heard of it, maybe you should check it out. But today we're going to be looking at a comparison that our editor, Eric, put together. He painstakingly went through finding similar clips from Persona 5 Royal and put them side by side next to Persona 5 The Phantom X. Interesting title it is. That's a very interesting title. And it's kind of funny that this is the third game to reuse assets from Persona 5. We had Royal, we had Strikers, now we have the Phantom X. And honestly, no complaints. Persona 5 is just so damn stunning. I don't care if they reuse this rendition of Tokyo for the next 6 games. I don't think I'll ever get tired of it.
Yeah, I totally agree. This version of Tokyo is absolutely stunning, and honestly, it's done in a way that translates very well across different platforms, different console generations, PC, now on mobile. So yeah, it's an art style that I'll never grow tired of.
Yeah, but there is some bad news. This is not the kind of spin-off that a lot of people would have wanted. It's only on mobile, I think maybe PC as well, and it's apparently a gacha style game. But seeing a mobile game look like this, like a fully featured Persona game, I'm not sure what the structure will be, I'm not sure what the story will be like, or how they'll tell that story, but just looking at the game gets me pretty excited to try it out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm looking at the side-by-sides that Eric put together for us, and you can definitely see a little bit of an increase in like the quality of the graphics. Things just look a lot crisper and smoother. Of course, it's going to be on a smaller screen with mobile and tablets, but if they did end up deciding to bring this over to PC or console ported eventually, like with Genshin Impact, it's gonna look good on the big screens too.
Yeah, for sure. Like, this is not the style of game I would expect to see on a phone. Not only because, I mean, it looks like a console game, but one thing that I immediately liked when I saw it is the fact that it plays horizontally and not vertically, because I do not like playing games in portrait mode. I actually don't really like playing games on my phone in general, but this is a game that, I mean, I'm gonna play it. It's frickin' Persona.
And with a new Persona game comes new characters, and these designs look really cool and also definitely show some similarities between our protagonist and crew in Persona 5.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure if they've confirmed whether or not this is sort of like a side alternate universe situation, or if this is actually canon in the Persona universe. Now, some of the characters will end up showing up, especially if this is a gacha game. They're probably going to be bringing us characters from frickin' Persona 2 in this game at some point. But yeah, the design of the main protagonist, who goes by Wonder, right? Codename Wonder, and then the girl is codename Closer. And then we saw our first look at the Velvet Room's assistant, Igor's assistant, and I mean, she looks pretty awesome as well.
I immediately thought that was Margaret from Persona 4. I was like, is that Margaret?
I mean, that would have been amazing.
Like a new version. But I'm also just in Persona 4 mode right now, because that's what I'm playing.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, because I'm playing Persona 5 Royal right now. You're playing Persona 4 Golden, so we're both totally in the mood to talk Persona.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently P5X is going to have like a daily life situation, just like the normal Persona games, where you go to school, you have character relationships, and then you end up going and stealing some hearts, of course. And I'm curious how this is technically going to work in a mobile game. Are you going to be limited with what you're allowed to do per real life day? You know what I mean? Or is it going to work like the mainline games, where you can just sort of keep playing and playing and playing? Or will you have like a time limit on stuff?
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Like, I like watching the first gameplay video, I'm like, okay, where's the mobile gacha elements at? Because right now it just looks like a very standard Persona game. So yeah, is it going to be one of those situations where you have only enough energy or enough like whatever, you know, to do 5 missions a day, or is there like a cooldown between missions that you'll need to like get items for to maybe do more than one? Yeah, I'm curious to see where these gacha elements are going to show up, aside from just characters.
Like you said, my first time watching the trailer, I was waiting for the but moment. Like, it looks awesome, but here's this thing that's going to make it terrible, and I'm never going to want to play it. But it never really showed up in that first trailer or the story trailer, so I'm a bit confused on what the game is or how it's structured, but I definitely want to find out. And I think the character designs look really awesome. We saw our first look at the animal character, our Morgana/Teddy of the game. It's an owl, and it's adorable. Do you think it is cuter than Teddy, though?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, Teddy's not very cute.
Teddy's a little creepy at times. But
Morgana's cute. Teddy
Morgana's
is not.
cute. This new little owl character, I've seen 2 different translations of the name. I've seen Luffy and Lufer. I personally like Luffy as a One Piece fan, you know. But yeah, I think the design's really cute, both as the owl, like in the real world, and as the metaverse version, whenever you're going around fighting shadows.
Yeah, in terms of graphics and presentation, it looks on par and even better in a lot of shots than the base game. And that's the character models and the environments. Like, if you see in the comparison video, like when they're eating or when they're fishing, the water looks much better in Persona 5 X. That's pretty awesome. I'm just surprised that this is coming from a mobile game and not a brand new console release.
There's definitely some overlap between where we see Joker and crew go in Persona 5 Royal and where we're going to be in Persona 5 X.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it even has the area right next to your house in Persona 5. What if the main protagonist's house is the same coffee shop that the main character of P5 lives in? Like, what if this is like an alternate reality situation where it's him and his friends instead of Ren, which is what his name is in the anime.
Yeah, or if it's like a parallel storyline sort of scenario, like while everything was happening with Joker and Morgana and all of them, here's, you know, Wander and Luffy. They were also doing their own thing at the same time, but they just never overlapped until now.
I could picture them doing something like that. Something that's like not really canon, but like you can consider some things canon in the universe. If you count Royal, this will be like the 3rd Persona 5 game, which is pretty crazy to think about. Actually, no, Persona 5 Dancing. I forgot about that one. So, yeah, there's been quite a bit of spin-offs in the Persona 5 universe, and I think this is one that could actually have some staying ground if they do it right, if they support it right, and if they market it right. That's all. That's also a huge thing. And we still don't even know anything about an American release date. Like, this could end up being Japan only. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a Chinese developer, which a lot of people, that's why whenever the original trailer happened, that teaser, that's why a lot of people thought it was fake. The Codename X. Like, a lot of people thought it was just a Chinese company stealing Persona 5's style completely. But no, it was actually Atlas and Sega, and they're working with this company to create a game that's being developed in China. So
yeah, from what we've seen so far, it looks like they're doing a great job. It's not a company that I'd heard of before, but like you said, both Sega and Atlas are involved with this. It's official, it's licensed, and I don't think Sega or Atlas would let this IP get a bad mobile port.
P Studio is apparently overseeing it, and I trust them implicitly. This has been our latest comparison on Destructoid. Thanks a lot for hanging out. If you made it this far, let us know down in the comments if you're excited for Persona 5 The Phantom X. We will talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.